So I've discovered a bunch of party games over the years and I thought now would be a good time to revisit, explain and animate these games. Mondays. Mondays is when you're with a group of friends smoking and when the bowl is packed someone says Mondays, meaning they want Rohit it first, after who packed it, and then Tuesdays second and so on. Half greens. Half greens is the same concept as Mondays just with two people. Basically just telling your homie to only hit one side of the bowl and save you the other half. Marco Polo. Another call-out game with your friends. But this time there is no second chances, whoever says polo first gets it and then they call Marco. Chicago. This one is where you have a rotation and when you hit the weed you hold your breath until it comes back. Best with only 3 to 4 people. Hotbox. This means to smoke up a small enclosed space, a car usually, but it can also be a closet or bathroom. Time bomb. This is when you pack a roach in your bowl and pack weed around it. Once it burns all the way down it hits the green. Never-ending hit. This is where you pack a bowl and as soon as it burns down halfway you pack more weed on top of it. Green Mile. A challenge not for the faint of heart. Each person must hit 12 different pieces in one sitting. Drink, drank, drunk. Each time someone says drink, drank or drunk you have to drink. Caps. This is when you and your friend use the caps of your beer for a game, such as seeing who can throw one closest to a wall. Edward 40 hands. Pretty straightforward. You have a 40 in each hand and you can't put them down until they're drank. Circle of Death or Kings. A card-based drinking game. Look online for official rules, each card is different. Beer Pong. A classic party game, try to hit your opponent's cup. 6 cup, 10 cup, maybe 15 your rules. Battle Shots, like Battleship, but each coordinated a ship would be on is a shot. Drinko, a miniature plinko game that decides your shot. Golden Mile, not for the faint of heart, 12 pints in one night. Strikeout, smoking, taking a drink and then exhaling. The Wheel, using an app you can put your favorite ways to drink and smoke on a wheel and spin to pick if you can't decide. Crossval, a bottle with a bowl on the cap and a hole at the bottom so you can shotgun a beer through it while smoking out of it. There is a professional grade one called the Knockout. Flip Cup, each person drinks a beer and then tries to flip their cup on the table. The first person to land the cup wins. Flip Pong, a cross between Flip Cup and Beer Pong. It plays like normal beer pong except when the ball falls in a cup you have 3 chances to flip it and if successful your opponent takes a drink. Never-ending beer, each time your beer drops below 50% refill it, 420 hands. Having a blunt in each of your hands and you can't put it down until they're smoked. Chicagonian Standoff, each person holds their breath after taking a hit. Last to exhale wins. Weed Dank Munch, like drink, drank, drunk, anytime those words are said you must smoke. Medusa, on 3 everyone turns towards someone. If you are looking at someone you compete to shout Medusa. Whoever says Medusa wins and chooses who smokes. Wizard Staff, duct tape your beer cans on top of each other with your friends while drinking. Whoever's beer staff is tallest at the end of the night wins, 460 hands. A blunt in one hand, a 40 in the other. You can't put them down until they're gone. Boat Race, like a relay race but with teams of PEOPL drinking beer or smoking. Once the person beside you is done you go and so on until one team wins. Century Challenge, the challenge to smoke for 1 hour straight. Tower of Power, a gauntlet-style drinking game in which there are different rooms with different games, complete all of them to win. The Hourglass, with beer shotgun half and drink the other half normal in either order, with weed smoke a bong hit half the time with water half without in either order. Haze and Ice, putting a beer behind someone and saying hey what's that is icing. With weed it's hazing. Shotgun, puncturing a hole in a beer and drinking it as fast as possible. Dragon, adding weed to alcohol in a drink. Wake and Bake, smoking as soon as you get up. Cash and Crash, smoking right before you go to sleep. Wake and Drank, drinking as soon as you wake up. Slash and Crash, drinking right before you go to sleep. Wake and Vape, hitting nicotine as soon as you get up. Ash and Crash, hitting nicotine as soon as you go to sleep. Snake in the Grass, rolling a worm of concentrate into a blunt. Bomb Shot, a drink where you drop a shot into a beer. The Smoke Game, like Horse, each person tries to take the craziest rip and whoever can't gets a letter. The Drink Game, the same thing except you get a letter each time you can't drink something. Drinking Helmet, a device sometimes seen at sporting events, 2 beers are attached to a plastic cap with a straw you can drink from. Vaping alcohol, using a bicycle pump, a cork and a bottle, you can turn alcohol to a breathable gas. Caution, you can't vomit, so it's dangerous. Drunkarpalooza, our alcohol-based board game, not your standard Milton Bradley for sure. Bong pong, like beer pong but each team throws small rings at unpacked bongs. Weed dice game, a pair of dice with various smoking methods. If you can't choose how to smoke, you can roll to choose for you. Traffic light, pass a blunt around. The first time everyone hits it once. Then twice the second time, then 3 back to 2 and 1. Lifeboat, getting crossfaded, but as soon as you are too drunk smoke and as soon as you are too high drink. The double, taking a double shot or using a device to hit 2 bowls at once. Ghost, taking a hit then pushing the smoke out of your mouth and breathing it back in. French inhale, taking a hit, exhaling, and breathing the smoke through your nose. Mentioning Mary, whenever you watch a video, each time they mention weed take a hit. MacGyver, find a bunch of spare parts and then get high and make a homemade bong with your friends, 7 hits to infinity. Taking 7 hits at once. Tornado, drinking a beer and then spinning it to create a whirlpool as you drink it. Aquaman, drinking a beer while pouring a second beer or cold water on your face, perfect refreshment on those hot summer days. Snorkel, putting a straw in a beer and then chugging it to get better airflow. Long pour, pouring the beer as high as you can in your mouth while drinking it. Long hit, hitting a bowl or blunt as long as you can. The boot, a big glass-shaped boot used to drink a lot of beer at once. Lungbuster, a very long bong that milks the hit more than your traditional piece. Extendo, rolling 2 blunts together and smoking them. There's also extendo wraps. Zeroing, holding a hit until there's no smoke left. Funnel, a device used to shotgun a beer from a straw attached to a funnel. Drink off, a chugging competition, whoever can finish the drink first wins. Shot pong, like beer pong but with shots of liquor. Gas mask, a replica gas mask weed device with a bong attached so the only air you're breathing is Mary Jane. Moonrock, a ball of concentrate rolled in keef. Cocktail, a mixed liquor drink.